did. You can always tell where the series is based upon if you look at their clothing. Because like you said, the 60s changes so much. So like the beginning, what they wore was completely the end. But did you say they wore the undergarments like from that?
Yeah, so they wore authentic like girdles and like pointy brassieres and everything underneath is authentic. So they had the shape of the women at the time.
Oh man, that must have been so uncomfortable. I only said my grandfather was a buyer for a department store, and for most of his career, it sounds crazy, he was a women's undergarments and hosiery, buyer. And so when I was growing up, we used to play dress up with like my mom's clothes that she got from that stuff, as well as like the hosiery. And it is the most uncomfortable stuff. My mom would be like, I don't know why you want to play with this, but it is absolutely the most uncomfortable. I mean, obviously at that point I didn't know, but that's crazy.
I'm just remembering how uncomfortable those things were just as a child. Wearing them to church and things, and wearing those little horrible little turn down socks and slips. I'd wear slips under everything. Like,
but that's the whole change in the decade, is that the women were so kept and they were at home and getting ready for their, looking just so. And as it went on, they're freer and freer. And, there's some characters in the show that are moving up in the company. And it just shows the real change, and women start making their own decisions. And so it really covers that.
Are you talking about Mad Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely a pivotal.
So I'm actually on a Mad Men set here, practicing.
Oh,
Laura.
Really? Wow.
So I'm in our guest house that is a Frank Lloyd Wright inspired home, 6-bedroom home. That's all period furniture.
Very cool.
So cool. Laura, you're just bringing the 3-dimensionality to this thing big time.
I'm going to come see it in person.
Isn't it awesome?
You say
awesome.
The guest house has 6 bedrooms?
6 bedrooms.
In the guest house?
7,000 square feet.
What?
Kelly McAllister writes, yeah, I was about to say guest house.
Well, it's the guest house for interface.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the interface guest house.
Where is it?
It's in Pine Mountain, Georgia, on top of Pine Mountain, overlooking Callaway Gardens. This was Bo Callaway Jr.'s home.
Wow.
And we own it now.
Yes. Wow. That's very cool. So did you make this trip down there just to be able to broadcast?
Oh, it's right by, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's the same as driving to the office for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, it's much nicer than your office.
Sure.
Especially that you can have a cocktail in hand.
Yeah. Oh, the house is always stocked. I can guarantee you.
Laura, are you wearing an apron?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And a cocktail in hand.
She's the good housewife.
I'm waiting for my husband to come home with martini in hand.
Yes.
And I have my grandmother's glasses on. These are literally her glasses.
Very cool. Okay.
They actually look really, really cute on you as well.
Aren't they funny?
Did you and Sam put your heads together on this, or is it just
No, we didn't even. No.
We just have a similar brain. That's why we're friends.
We do.
Yeah. Crazy, Laura. What an effort. Thank you so much.
And that's fantastic.
I lived through this transition, y'all. I graduated from high school in 1964. You can do the math. I was, hey, Donna, you're showing
your hair, Carol.
Oh, well, it's not mine, actually. It's Emma's. Kelly and Whitney may remember this from our doo-wop group that we
Oh, for sure.
Oh, fun.
I wanted to also say hi to Chelsea. Chelsea, you've been away for a while. We missed you.
Hi, guys. I'm so sorry. It's been very busy at work, and I had an afternoon and wanted to join back in.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
busy, and it really means a lot. And I know it means a lot to Gail. to have you.
I'm just glad if y'all, everybody's as crazy as we are, we're all just happy to be here today. And I can really use a brain break today.
We're giving you one. There's no brain, all the brain power went into this an hour ago. Or
I know. And I hope my brain will be here when I start presenting. So I took care of that. We're going from the hip today.
All right. All right. Anybody else want to say hello that hasn't said hello yet?
Did I miss Randy? What in the world does he have going on? And
Oh, he's brilliant.
Let's take that opportunity to share, Randy. What is that going on?
Oh my goodness.
We've been invaded by extraterrestrials. What the heck?
He's too stoned to be able to answer any questions.
Yeah, he can't even. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, Lord.
PT, phone home. Oh my gosh.
Carol, this is Donna Pullen. I wanted to say I've been on a business trip since April 28th. So I just got home. My birthday happened while I was gone, and my fabulous Maui Jim glasses were in the mail when I got back. So it's like my birthday present, you know. So I have been working straight through since May 3rd without a day off. So these were a wonderful surprise, and your call was the first thing I get to do.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
that's awesome. And holy Lord, woman, that's a long trip.
I know. It's my longest business trip in my entire career. It was different cities, but Kiowa last week, so that was fabulous. We had a sky suite at the Kiowa golf tournament, so we got to see Phil's big finish.
Oh,
So
you're
that
so
was
lucky.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Carol.
Fake lefty.
Yes.
You're so lucky. All I said was I want to see the earpiece because I just ordered those yesterday. They haven't come yet.
Oh yes, it was great. It was fabulous.
Show us your glasses. Show us the side.
I'm not.
Now Randy speaks.
Yes. So I told
Ooh.
look away since I have on no makeup. Look at the glasses.
Those are great.
But
They look great.
I did tell our Kelly, I told our head of wealth management about these while we were at the tournament, and I didn't have them yet. So I sent her a picture and she said, oh my gosh, we have got to do a promotion. So more to come on that.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
ROI. Hooray. That's 2 ROIs from you today, Donna.
I
That's
know. No, I'm
Right?
back in the office with my computer. or my home office, you know, my office at home.
As a model for future behavior, Donna asked me this morning to send Bruce Leet's contact because she has a board meeting she's trying to place. And she said in the email, and we wouldn't have known anything about them if it wasn't for your Wednesday calls.
Mhm.
So
Which is true.
that's a yay, and thank you so much for that. It helps. All that stuff helps us a lot.
Yes, it does.
Randy, are you ready to tell Kelly what's going on with your life?
Hey, peace, baby, peace. Can you hear me? Huh? Can you hear me?
Look at the hair coming out of there. That's
Peace, baby.
Did Lori help you with that look, or did you think that up all by yourself?
Big daddy, baby. Big daddy. Peace, baby.
You guys are great. Well, if we ever needed any stress release, we got it today.
To my chair.
Oh, wow. You decked the whole office out.
That's right. Hey, on a serious note,
Yeah.
my kids who went on their 10th anniversary, Chileno Bay rocks.
Wow. That's awesome. They have very good taste too.
Oh,
I
my
knew they would
God.
love it.
They loved it. They loved it. It's
I'm
gonna-
on my way to Cabo next Sunday, Sunday the 6th, for my first flight since February 27th, 2020.
Wow. You're shocked.
Gail, it's
Congrats.
Cabo Airport is fantastic to go in and out of. I went in and out of it in January.
That's what I've heard.
It's better than a lot of domestic.
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can't wait.
Well, just another plug for both Gail and Carol and Whitney. We weren't able to do our incentive program for one of our clients this past winter. And so Gail was amazing and arranged special certificates for our clients at all of the Auberge properties. So it was a big win.
Such a cool idea, Gail.
So thank you.
Yeah,
all.
that's brilliant. Kudos to you.
It was great because it was our first one to really go through start to finish. I think we started it in November of, golly, did we start the November 2020? It was just this ongoing thing. So they got their certificates, and such an easy thing to do for people these days because not everybody wants to go all together or not with the time schedule. So, and we're doing them, we're going to do it for 2 years. So kind of get in that, time frame to when everybody's comfortable. Thank you, guys.
And thanks to you, Carol, we got our commission check. We got a check. I didn't know what to do with it because we haven't seen checks for so long. It was an awesome program. Thank you.
Have any of them been redeemed yet?
Oh, yeah.
They have. So people are having.
It's all prepaid. The clients have, just like a meeting, they have to pay them prepaid, and then our winners were able to pick any Auberge resort, and it was no time limit. So if they want to go in 2 years, they can go in 2 years. Carol was awesome.
And Gail was the one that put it all together from Auberge. So both ladies really helped us out. And
so easy to make their own reservations. You don't have to worry about making their all the, when it's personal trip, they can cancel, rebook. You don't have to worry about any of that. That's the big thing.
Fantastic.
So all of you Chelsea Gilberts out there, all of you Laura Millers out there, listen up. This is an individual incentive program, which is pretty flexible and apparently awesome. All right. Whitney, do you want to get us started?
Well, sure. I think all of you have been with us before, so I'm not going to say anything you don't already know, but we're glad to have you back. We appreciate your commitment here. We know things are it's like drinking from a fire hose at this point. So we appreciate this hour with you, and just keep yourself muted. I'll make sure that Gail answers any questions that you have, but we're just really happy to have all of you here. And I'll turn it over to Carol.
Thank you. I just wanted to announce that our first 5 to dial in this week are going to receive, and you may already have one, but you can always use an extra one. You're going to receive a personalized cocktail shaker with our customized recipe book that has recipes for cocktails from all of our great presenters from 2020. And that's kind of a really cool way that you can stay in martini mode whenever you get the hankering to do that. And those people are the people that will get a cocktail shaker this week, the Meachums. Randy and Lori. You have to share the cocktail shaker, but you probably already have one, so now you have one each. And Robin Schlesinger was early this week, so congratulations, Robin. You little blonde beauty, you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Joanne Ansea and Heather Wren will both get cocktail shakers, as well as Chelsea Gilbert. Yay, Chelsea. So congratulations on that. Those are going to be sent out by, oh dear, sorry. Those are going to be sent out by Whitney. So if she doesn't have your mailing address, please do email it to whitney@retreatsresources.com, and that will get to her. Sorry, that phone call came in and completely messed with my Zoom. There I am. Okay, back again. Without any further ado, I mean, the busier everyone gets, the more our real-time retreat schedule is subject to change. Those of you who have good relationships or talk frequently to hoteliers know exactly how crazy things are right now. I know Gail would be very happy to share that. So when we get in a situation like we had this week with the change in subject matter, to be able to call someone of Gail's caliber, of her personality, of her spirit, is just a super blessing. So thank you for being here, Gail, who she happens to have 4 really cool, brand new just about to open properties to talk about, and at least one acquisition, which I guess you can talk about too. So
I am.
without any further delay, I mean, another thing I want to say is this year has brought many blessings, and I think all of you are blessings to Whitney and I hope that we have served that role for you. But one of the chief ones in my mind was just getting to know Gail, who is just a fantastic person and what a great partner. And we had just loved her as a friend and as a part of our community. So thank you for being there for us, Gail, and take the stage.
Well, I feel the same way, and I actually got to have a drink and dinner live and in person with Marina and Carol and Whitney. So that was so great after all this time of this virtual world to actually be in the same room, and it was even more fun. And I have another big announcement I want to make right now. Y'all don't know about this, Carol and Whitney. I graduated from the 9th and 10th grade today.
What?
Last day of school for my kids. I officially graduated from the 9th and 10th grade. It was close. I got a 71 in Spanish too. I had to get a 70. It was down to the wire. So I am celebrating today because I passed. It's very hard to be in your 50s and do the 9th and 10th grade again. But I did it. I passed. So I just wanted to share I will be celebrating. It has been the craziest year ever, on top of trying to go back to school with these kids. So.
I have a glass of a pink martini that is absolutely delicious. I'm pretty sure that Whitney thought this up or found it. But here's to you for all that mamas and daddies have had to do this year to get their kiddos through the school year.
There have been tears, there has been screaming, there has been just not reading any emails because I thought if it gets bad enough, they're going to call me. But I passed the 9th and 10th grade, and I'm ready to graduate and move on to 10th and 11th, and they're on their own next year. They're going to school, they're on their own.
Bravo.
I'm going to attempt to share my screen real quick. And so with all of the many changes that we have gone through this past, over a year, we have been busy getting ready to open new hotels. So I know I've introduced you guys to Bishop's Lodge, and these are 4 that are going to be very important to us and that, probably have not been talked about that much. We are really getting after can you guys see?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. It doesn't want to go to the next screen. Hold on. Okay. So we're starting off, we're really expanding on the West Coast this year. So we're kicking it off and probably in September, October of this year with the Inn at Maddie's Tavern. So this was an existing property that we are bringing up to the Auberge standards, and it is located outside of Santa Barbara in Los Olivos. And so if you're thinking Santa Barbara, we're about 45 minutes from the center of Santa Barbara. So don't think beach, think more of like in the hills, more like wine type country feel. And Los Olivos is this great little town that kind of makes you think of Norman Rockwell, the old Americana, the town square with the little shops on the main street, parades. We really expect this to be a getaway locally as well for everybody getting out of Los Angeles who just wants something totally different. It's where they drive up just to get away, kind of get that escape country feel. It's going to have 67 guest rooms, suites, and cottages. And if you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, a lot of little individual structured cottages across the property. There's going to be a great little center courtyard, an amazing barn. As you can see in the picture that we use for our special events, they have a great restaurant where a lot of locals hang out at. But this is going to be just a little different for somebody that's looking for a little bit something different in California, different from the beach, away from your usual standards. This is just going to be a great option, and the town is a total amenity. So get you on property, do your welcome reception there. The next night, go downtown. You can even do things on working with different vendors along Main Street. So it's just gonna be something really different, and it's gonna open in September of this year. And I love like the little details that we do at the hotels. I know it sounds silly, but if you're a hotel person or a meeting planner, look at the little on the doorknob, the boots off. I just think that is so cute. It's just those little details that you'll find within the property. And these are just a few other informational things on the property. Again, it's really close to Santa Barbara. So you've got that ease of all the different airports you can get into. But I think it's going to be a really neat, something totally different. And it's very auberge because it's not like your traditional hotel. It's going to be like you're coming into like a little local secret getaway. And then I am so excited. As you know, we lost our beloved Calistoga Ranch to the wildfires. And we are getting ready to open this fall, in September, October, Stanley Ranch in Napa. And it's going to be amazing. And one of the best things about this hotel is when you're getting to Napa, by the time you get to some of the hotels, you're an hour and a half, 2 hours in from SFO. Stanley Ranch is 45 minutes from SFO. And we're located on 700 acres. So initially this was a working ranch and vineyard. So we have come in, we've built, it's a new property, completely new construction, and we'll have 133 guest rooms, cottages on this 700 acres. It's going to be completely total residential feel. If you can see this is one of the standard standalone rooms. Every room is going to have this outdoor patio feature, and every room will have an outdoor little mini fireplace. If you can see again in the bottom left-hand corner, just the residential look of the guest rooms. And see the whole wall of windows, and every room is going to have some type of view. If you can see, this has the vineyards in the background. Other rooms, we have a lavender field that they will have views of the lavender field. And it's really well thought out. The meeting space, they have 2 ballrooms. Your main ballroom is going to be over 3,000 square feet, and then a junior ballroom about 1,500 square feet. But what's awesome, if you see the windows, floor to ceiling, and then also they will have like those garage doors, if you've seen those. So you can actually open up from floor to ceiling, like garage doors, so you can bring the outside in. So just to enjoy the whole environment. I think what's going to be more important than anything in these coming years with meetings and the upcoming is going to be, people are going to want to be outdoors, indoors, or going to want to socialize. They're not going to want to be trapped in a room. So the meeting space just is another way that they were able to do that. So imagine just being able to throw up those garage doors, your receptions on the terrace, and just walk right in to dinner. Again, this just shows you a picture of how beautiful it is. This is going to, the walkway, there's going to be a walkway completely around the property, and we'll have bikes. There'll be hiking trails. At one edge of the property, you can actually see the San Francisco Bay. So within 30 minutes, you can be in from the hotel. You can actually even get on boats and do a day in San Francisco. So you're not just limited to Napa. It's going to be able to offer a little bit of everything just due to the location of the hotel. Incredible spa with amazing high-tech treatments. They're going to have all the cryotherapy available. Amazing dining options with floor-to-ceiling windows where you're actually watching the chefs cook, and they're bringing it out where it's a grab and go. Lots of courtyards to just walk up and grab some food, sit down and have it right there in the courtyard. So I think it's going to be a great feature, not only for our leisure guests, but for groups, because it's one of our larger ones, 133 guest rooms, and we cannot wait. And then also we're opening 2 new hotels in Mexico. Again, we're staying on the West Coast. We'll be opening Etéreo in Riviera Maya in November, December of this year. And I am so excited about this just because it's such a great destination, easy to get to. Like for me, Dallas, Fort Worth, 2-hour flight, and flights from everywhere across the US, so easy to get into. We are going to be located, so if you're familiar with Riviera Maya, when you leave Cancun Airport, we are going to be located before you get to Rosewood. So perfect location. We're actually going to be situated in a new development called Kenai. And within this development is going to be ourselves, the St. Regis, the Addition, and another hotel yet to be named. So it's just going to be this incredible complex of just luxury style hotels. So even if you're staying at our hotel, you have all the amenities of our hotel. You can go and have dinner at the St. Regis if you want to. Vice versa, if you're staying at the St. Regis, you can come over to Etéreo. If you can see from the guest room product, and I think Whitney is actually there today as well, you can see again the residential look. Every room is going to have an ocean view, this great walkout terrace, and a private plunge pool on the terrace. So think of like Esperanza, if you've been familiar with that hotel, how the outdoor living space is. This is very similar. It's going to have 75 guest rooms. So again, a little bit larger for us, which is going to make it more, more opportunities for group. It's going to have an incredible spa, which if you're familiar with the cenotes in the Cancun area, the underground caves, that's the theme for the spa. So it's going to have this incredible feeling like you've gone underground to one of the cenotes. All of the dining is going to be oceanfront. It's going to have multiple layers of pools. It's going to be, I think what our positioning is, we expect this to be the premier luxury destination in Riviera Maya. And we know what a great area that is. So we are really placing ourselves to be up there with the best of them. We just hired an amazing general manager who is living now down in Cancun, and he sends these beautiful pictures of him on property with a monkey coming around, or all this different wildlife walking up. So it's just going to be a really unique, incredible location for us, and I can't wait to welcome everyone. This is, you kind of just wanted to close with seeing the facade of the hotel. It's going to be surrounded by mangroves. So it's not just going to be like Cancun's very flat and beach. It's going to have all of the foliage and the all the landscaping is going to be very natural and just kind of blend in with the surroundings. And then moving to the other west coast of Mexico, we are also building in Punta de Mita. So we'll be adding Susurros Del Corazon. If you're familiar with Punta Mita, we are going to be located, so we're near the Four Seasons. It's not walkable, but we'll be on the other side of the Four Seasons golf course. So that might kind of help you place it where it's going to be. The room product here is so beautiful. If you can see from this, from the picture, it's going to have, again, the floor to ceiling windows, and each room is going to have two views. So not only will you have a forward facing view, you'll also have a side view. So you can see possibly the sunrise and the sunset. So the thought that went into the guest rooms is just incredible. And if you've ever been to Punta Mita, it's one of the most charming towns, I think, in all of Mexico. It's one of those towns where you can go in, like to Sayulita, which is the surfing community nearby, and you'll have a family on their golf cart that looks like they just came out of a Ralph Lauren magazine. And then you'll have a local who's on their motorcycle who has a carrier with chickens on the front, their surfboard on the back, and two other people hanging on the side. It's just that kind of community where everyone, lives together and just enjoys the environment. Take a look at this guest room. I told them when I saw these that I would be able to just move in and stay, and I'd be just fine. Again, just a very residential feel. The views are incredible. And what I love about this is they're kind of saying that the hotel is surrounded, it's kind of like you're in the symphony and you're over the ocean is like the symphony, the orchestra stage. So it's going to, everywhere you look or everywhere you are on the property is going to look out to the water. And so we'll have all these little restaurants and dining options just wrapped around the hotel, but wherever you are, you will always have a view. They're going to have hammocks intermingled throughout the walkways, where if you just want to stop on the trail and take a break and enjoy the ocean waves and the breeze, they're going to be everywhere. And we expect this to be a really big place for celebrations, weddings, reunions, people just wanting to get back together. And with that, it's going to have a large ballroom, a huge spa. So they're really planning on this being a place where people just come and take it over. It will have 57 guest rooms. It'll be heavy on the suite side. As you can see, we'll have 25 junior suites and 11 ocean suites. And very much like Chileno Bay, this will have a residential component. So what you're seeing right here on the left are the residential units that are set here on this cliff with the private plunge pools. And these will be in our inventory as well. So it'll really expand that 57 rooms so we can take some bigger groups. But I think with these, you know, like we were saying, it's so crazy. I thought when I joined Auberge in October of 2019, I was having the time of my life traveling. 4 months later, we go on lockdown. But how would I have ever known that we'd be adding all of these great hotels? So through this time of, you know, not knowing what was going to happen, this has really given us something to look forward to having these new locations to welcome people to. And it's just been incredible. And I'll have to.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Do you have a copy of the old app?
I have the old app.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is uninstall the app. Get rid of it completely.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I thought I needed to uninstall something. I'm like, oh no, what did I do? I've been talking this whole time, and
I was trying to get to her.
But so these great hotels, all of these will be going live sometime in June. As far as like individual reservations, we're selling them for groups right now. So keep them on your radar. We're so excited about them. And I also have another announcement to make that you might have already heard about, but this is kind of in some of your backyards. We are taking over Primlin in the Blue Ridge Mountains on June 1st. So I cannot wait. It's the craziest thing because I knew Carol had been to the Blue Ridge Mountains because I think we had talked one time when you're driving back or something, but I was like, okay, well, who's going to go there? Like, how am I going to get people there? So my boss, the company sent out this blast just to let people know it's coming. I have gotten more replies or questions about Primlin and the Blue Ridge Mountains than Mexico, San Francisco, Napa. It's insane. So it has just blown our minds. I mean, we're sitting here like bracketing race, like, how are we going to get people there? How are we going to promote it? I'm telling you, it is just, it's like a phenomenon. It's just incredible. But we have a team down there right now. They've been down there for 2 weeks. We're doing some retraining just for some kind of standards, from some Auberge standards. But I think what our CEO has spent a lot of time there, and he actually had the groundskeeper getting his car with him, and he just wanted to drive around town and meet people. So he's been meeting the locals. And I think the biggest takeaway that they came back with was the authenticity of the people that worked at the hotel. And you've got people who've been there for 30 years, and that's like the majority of the staff. And he was just blown away with the Southern hospitality, just how much they cared and the heart with how they handled business and how they took care of customers. So you're going to see some changes, but they're going to be good changes. And they're not going to be changes to take away from the heart of the resort, the history of the resort. You know, when we go in, we send in our creative officer, who is the decorator, and he was even blown away. He's like, I don't want to change a lot, but I have some things I want to change. So I think everybody will embrace the changes. And I just want to make that known that we're not going in to try to change it, but we are going to, you know, bring up some levels of some of the services and things like that. But I think it's going to be an incredible addition. I can't tell you how excited people are. So raise your hand if you've been to Primlin. Good, good. So we're really excited about it. It's funny because we are trying to go as soon as possible. And I told Carol, I'm going to tell you as soon as I'm going, because you're going to come up to one of those raccoon cabin tree houses or whatever and stay with me. But they're sold out. They are like sold out, like forever.
Apparently, they're just sold out forever.
It's just insane. So I look forward to hopefully when we get in there, hopefully Carol and I and Whitney can go live from Primlin and do a little tour and show you around. And I'm really excited. I knew nothing about it. And then once we got the word out, everybody coming back and asking for information. It was people you had no idea would ever even know about it or want to know about it, want to go to Primlin.
Yeah. Gail, we need to broadcast from the telescope.
They have an observatory telescope.
It's fantastic. We did a group thing there one night, and it was so wonderful. It was really, really cool.
And they were even saying that they do, and I don't know, some people are against hunting or not against hunting, but they do like the traditional English hunts. They have their own dogs that they have, and they set up the tables and dinners, everything just like the traditional, like you see in the paintings from the English countryside, where they roll out the white tablecloths and the candelabras and the dogs, and it's just crazy everything. And the golf course is on the mountaintop. I guess it's the only golf course on a mountaintop, but it's just amazing everything that they have to offer. It's like it's 20 pages of activities, which is incredible.
Have you memorized your statistics in terms of how many sleeping rooms there are in each section and how big a group you can accommodate there? I've always been a little confused about that.
It is confusing. So I've made myself a cheat sheet.
Oh, good.
Yes. So the main thing, so if you're bringing, I'm going to have to move this around a little bit. So if you're bringing a group, the best place to be is in the main lodge. So within the main lodge, there are 26 guest rooms. And that's including the mountain rooms, which are a standard guest room, the suites, and then the Pinnacle Suite. And the Pinnacle Suite is located right underneath the observatory. So it's a 2-story Pinnacle Suite. So you've got 26 in the main lodge. Then you move out and you've got the Pinnacle Cottages. So you have 2 Pinnacle Cottages. These are still within close distance to the main lodge and the dining and everything. And then you move to the Fairway Cottages. And the Fairway Cottages, there are 3 Fairway Cottages. And then you have 3 tree houses. And they are literally tree houses. And so those are within, if you're thinking of a group, those are within the ones I would consider booking for a group. Then they have the mountain homes. And I have been told there's 12 of these, and they've actually given us a statement on these about if you're used to an auberge residence, this is more rustic and a true mountain home. So these are going to be really a little bit more rustic, and they are spread out throughout the 12,000 acres. So if you were doing this would be more of like if you wanted to do something with a family or with like some type of team building or a small group, you'd want to do one of the mountain homes because it's going to be a trek. So you're going to have transportation to and from to get back up to the lodge where the dining and everything is. But there's 12 of those. So imagine just 12,000 acres and you've got these 12 homes throughout. You've got the golf course. But the main lodge is you've got the 26 and then about 9 more options. So you're looking at about 35 total if you want to keep it within that area.
I don't want to push too hard on this, and you may or may not know, I think this is consistent though. The Pinnacle Cottages and the Fairway Cottages are each 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms. How many bedrooms are in each cottage?
There are 2 bedroom and 3 bedrooms.
You've got those extra bedrooms if people don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
those.
Yes. And even the, you can tell I'm cheating, even the standard, so the standard guest rooms are anywhere from 600 to 800 square feet. So that's a big standard guest room. The suites are anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 square feet. And then the Pinnacle Suite is 1,800 square feet. So, and the cottages that you were talking about, they are, like you said, 2 and 3 bedroom. They're anywhere up to 1,800 square feet. We've got one of our, we've just named a new GM, general manager for the property. So he just moved up there about 2 weeks ago. And I was talking to his wife. She just happens to work for our Napa hotels. And they put her up in the raccoon suite, which she says is gorgeous. She said, but there is a taxidermied raccoon. And she said it freaks her out every time. Like she cannot get used to the taxidermy raccoon. She's like, you don't have the lights on and you walk in and you flip them on. It's like, ah! And I think the, and I'm talking to y'all like y'all are my friends, but when the creative officer went in and looked at these and there was quite a bit of taxidermy and some of the things were based on the taxidermy in the room. So I think the raccoon room is being changed to the goldfinch room. And we're gonna remove the raccoon and he's going to go somewhere else. We're not, he's have to go to another room. So it was so funny listening to them because her husband's German and she was in Napa and they absolutely love it. But it's been that she was like, I got to get rid of the raccoon. It's so cute, but I just can't walk into the room. I turn on the light and it's like, ah! So it's been fun listening to everybody go up who's been, and just talk about it. And I think it's just going to be such a unique addition to our portfolio. Like I'm so excited. I can't wait. I told them, I said, don't wait. I don't need to wait until you're not sold out. I am okay with being in one of those mountain homes. Like I can rough it. Put me and my 2 other girls I work with, we can rough it in the mountain home. Just send us to the mountain home. We'll be just fine.
Thank you.
So hopefully I'll be coming live from there with Carol and Whitney soon.
We're all in.
Yeah. But I do have a surprise. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do 2 nights, complimentary nights at the Etéreo Riviera Maya Auberge Resort with breakfast.
Telling you in advance. So this judgment is going to come from Gail based on y'all dressing up just because you love to dress up, right, Gail?
That's right. And I'm so excited about this. And I can't wait for this hotel to open because the general manager is so fantastic. And I know everybody who goes down there is going to fall in love with him as much as the hotel. So we're going to offer 2 complimentary nights with breakfast daily. And he told me to go ahead and throw in a spa treatment as well, because he wants you to see the cenote and experience just how incredible the spa is. So, but I'm having such I don't know. I have a tough time deciding. I can't ever pick.
And Gail, I hate to make this tougher on you, but I feel like one of our guests, well, Randy's waving his arms, which she's probably flagging down a UFO, but also Laura Miller's got a scenery change. So I don't know what's going on with her.
I've gone outside by the pool. Glorious Callaway Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia.
That's live. That's not even a picture.
60s bathing cap on so that I can take a little dip.
Laura, do you rent your homes out for events?
That's what this is. It's our event home. This is Interface's guest house.
Yes.
But you
I
went-
think we should use that for one of our events,
Oh
definitely.
my God, I agree.
Okay, so you had on the apron earlier, and you're now full swimsuit, swim cap. Okay, oh Lord, he's getting in.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Okay,
I have a question. I have a question for Gail.
yes. I'm sorry,
Can
she's
you-
taking my train of thought.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Can you, Gail, can you just, you were talking about the number of hotel rooms, and I know with Etéreo, there's 75 rooms, and then,
75.
yeah, and then the Punta Mita is 57?
57, but they will have residences as well. So we'll have some of those in our inventory where we can get larger, kind of like we do at Esperanza and Chileno Bay.
Okay, and would you do buyouts for either of
Yes.
those properties? Okay,
Yes.
that's awesome. And then the other question was the number of restaurants per hotel.
So Etéreo will have 3 restaurants and Susurros will have 3 restaurants. And then they're
Okay.
also looking at bringing in like local type, don't want to call it a food truck, but like local people to do events as well on property at both, because the areas have such amazing food and so many great little secret spots in town that we want to kind of be able to bring that into the properties as well. Stanley Ranch will have 4 dining options and Maddie's will have 3.
And is there a 24-hour food service?
Yeah, all of our hotels will always have 24-hour room service available.
Great.
That's one of the Auberge standards. So regardless of where they are or what, you know, the backdrop is or the destination, they will always have 24-hour room service. They will always have twice daily housekeeping. So those are some of the things that you can always count on.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've got to give this to Laura Miller because I just can't. The thought of a woman going and changing from her dress and her apron to a full-on swimsuit and
Well, this was underneath the dress, but
Is there a girdle underneath that too? And a point-
What's the water temperature?
it's perfect. Well, see, like this is like a little swim deck, so it's only like 6 inches deep right here, and then it gets deep out there. So it's, you know, perfect right here.
Laura,
I
you are a-
Did you make the swim cap?
Huh?
Did you make the swim cap?
I did. It's actually an Auburn swim cap from my nephew, but I just put a lay on it. Scotch taped a lay to it.
Laura, you're
It's not crafty like that.
you're not allowed to claim your prize unless you send me a selfie. If I don't get the selfie, no prize.
Okay. I will take the selfie.
This one is going down in the record books. We've got a woman jumping in the water on this one with
Yeah.
a swim cap on.
We've started doing action stations. That's Hey, I want selfies from all of you, but particularly, I don't know, Robin, Lori, and who else? Heather, as usual.
Randy, if you can find him.
I don't know. We special lighting, Randy. That's Randy for sure.
I'm here.
Sam, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Baby, peace.
Peace out, brother.
Peace out.
Okay,
Peace
Kelly.
out, yo. I think that my second Laura, great job. I mean, killer. But I also think that Robin Schlesinger just did a phenomenal job. I love the beads in the hair and the great wig. So I think you need a new pair of awesome Maui Jim shades to go with your look.
Yay, Robin.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate it.
You're welcome. Great job.
Ruins in the background.
Yeah,
What
where
was
are
that?
You've got the Mayan ruins in the background.
I know, I do.
So you're at Tulum today. Is that what that is back there?
Awesome.
And you're sipping a pina colada, no doubt.
Yeah,
Robin,
she's living
for
the
what it's
life.
worth, I think you're a great blonde.
Thank you. I feel very odd as a blonde. I've been a redhead slash brunette when the red comes out my whole life. So being a blonde is very odd.
You're
He's
working
not
it
here. I do have a 7-year-old that is 100% a blonde, and we don't like, we have blonde on both sides of family, but nobody else. Like when he comes with us, people are all like, where did he come from? But have a blondie.
Well, you get to show up as a totally new persona, which is one of the cool things about this Wednesday deal that we have going on. All right, well, I wanted to say that next week we are taking a vacation because it is IRF next week. Who's going to IRF?
Yep, right here.
Marina's going. How about you, Randy and Laura? You going to IRF?
Not this year.
No, not this time.
Okay.
Well, some of the other people that we're going to be presenting next week are going. So we've moved Scotland back to July 7th. They were planning on coming, but the woman who represents Glen Eagles is going to be at IRF. So we've moved them. We're going to take a little bit of a break next week. And the following week, we're going to do another wind down Wednesday. We're going to be talking to the Bardessono Hotel in Napa Valley, and they're going to do some wine tasting for us. And so we'll be drinking some wine Wednesday after next, which I don't even know what the date is. I think it's around the 12th.
Do we have wines to go buy for that yet, Carol?
Well, we're going to make sure we do. I think that's an important, get on wine.com right now. And maybe what we'll do is we'll share our favorite wines. Why don't we do a little?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Everybody order the wines that you like to recommend to other people, or a red or a rosé, and we'll talk about that. Yeah.
June 9th, it's the day after my birthday.
Love this idea.
Awesome.
Your birthday's the 9th, Robin?
My birthday's the 8th, but my birthday's Tuesday the 8th and 9th is the Wednesday.
My birthday is Monday the 7th. So
it's a good week to have a birthday.
Gemini's rock. They just do.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I can't wait. And it goes, if any of you are going to be in any location where one of my hotels are, let me know. If we don't have availability, or it's tight, love to just get you in and come have a bite to eat at one of our hotels. Come, go in, have a bite to eat. Take a stroll. I won't even make you do a real site. I just love to get people on property. Get on property, have lunch, or have dinner. And if you're in the area, just let us know.
Has Bishop's Lodge gotten any traction? They just opened, or they're not quite open yet? How are
they delayed. So they're opening July 1st. And it's of all the, it's hard with work, getting workers and construction crews. And then it's just been like crazy, but they are dead set. They are opening July 1st, and they are filling up. I mean, it's incredible. The weekends I've heard are booked through the end of October.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Santa Fe is a great place.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Just be sure to support all of the Auberge hotels. They're all unique to the destinations that they're in. They're all very intimate, and you feel very pampered. They definitely give you a sense of place, and we want to support Gail in her role as global salesperson as much as we can. So I just urge you all, if you have any business, I know Kara Carty joined the call late, and she was looking for a site for a small board meeting. Those new Auberge properties, and some of the existing ones would be great for her to know about. So maybe y'all can talk offline.
I didn't see her.
She was here a minute ago. I saw her on the list. Kara, are you there? Are you with us?
No, I think she had to jump off.
Okay, I will send you her contact info.
I've got it. I'm getting ready. I'm going to go celebrate my graduation.
Hey.
And
Congratulations.
Yeah. It's a big year.
Yeah.
9th and 10th grade. Yeah.
You said this was Spanish that he got off with a 71 out of 70?
71. I won't tell you how we got there. It might not have all been legit the way we got there, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
So you had to do whatever worked to get to the finish line.
I think she should just send that kid down to, I don't know, Punta de Mita and let him get a hammer and start, working on the project. He'll learn Spanish in no time.
I will just say that the last test that took place on Monday was a family event. We had stations with everyone ready with their devices, ready to Google Translate whatever came up. So I felt bad as a parent, but I told my son, I said, sometimes you got to learn how to roll with it. This is a lesson in life. There's going to be times when you just have to figure how to get it done.
Let me just pause this recording. Hang on.
Yep.